Hey everybody, here again another one. Today I'm here to check out Movies I Would Hate to Live In by Derek FDB. So, any suggestions on which ones you would want to live in? I'm a quiet place personally. Every day.
Oh, any anime world.
Okay, fair choices, but hey, let's see what he has to say about
You
it.
know, growing up, I always wanted to be in movies. Not like an actor. I mean like in the movie. Who could blame me?
You
They're
are for
so
that one.
cool. But now that I've grown, I see that a majority of these movies I thought were super cool to live in actually aren't. So that's what I'll be
Yes.
going over today.
Don't
Today,
live in New
ladies and
York
gentlemen,
in a
I'll be going
Marvel
over some
movie.
movies I'd hate to live in. Yeah, new little series. And in the end, I'll go over the movie that I'd hate to live in the most. First one up, Avengers, or every Marvel movie. As much as I love superheroes, you gotta be an idiot to wanna live in the Marvel universe. If you know even the slightest bit about Marvel, you know these dudes deal with planetary threats, no joke, more often than I see my dad. And New York gets the worst of it.
Like, even if you're the hero in the situation, it's still not good for you. You will either get beaten so bad or everyone's life will be on the line for your actions alone. Like
You know,
that's just like imagine having to be in the battle against New York as one of the Avengers, and you're not like Hulk or Thor.
you see a
Even
giant, no, you see a giant flying space dinosaur, and you're like, I want to
like
desert, but I'm the hero. But
like pe-
also, I want
yeah,
to live, so see ya.
like people give Black Widow and Hawkeye so much mess, right? But think about it. No other person, even if they had guns or a bow and arrow, would be on that field. They have balls to be on that field. I don't care if I had an AK-47 in unlimited rounds. I'm not going in that battlefield. And they are going in this with less weaponry than that, still winning. I don't
They
care
also
what
do
crap you
have
give to
training.
Hawkeye or Black Widow, you have to admit that is dedication to be on the same playing field as a god, a monster, a tech genius, and a super soldier that has surpassed most hand-to-hand combats known to mankind.
NYC is like the punching bag or like the 1960s wife of the MCU. This city does not catch a break. And on top of the usual
I
stuff
mean, it's
New
all
York
over
already
the
gotta
earth.
deal
Like,
with, you know,
let's be real, New
rats,
York only
high
got hit like a
rent,
few
drill
times in the
rappers,
MCU.
rats. Now being in the MCU, they also gotta deal with
Like
constant
Captain
alien
America Winter
invasions,
Soldier,
a wizard
Captain
opening
America
rifts in
first
the city, a
Civil War,
giant
that was
who
like in
eats
Germany.
planets, a literal god, and a meth head with superpowers. And to a
That's
New Yorker,
actually the
that
worst
last one probably
part.
sounds like the most regular one. If you were about to be teleported into the MCU, this city would quite literally be the worst place to be living already. And I already live here. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. It's not like if I got zapped in, I'd be put in like Wichita, Kansas or something. I would literally be in the epicenter of the problem. And as a regular New Yorkian civilian, I have no option but to live every day like it's my last. Cause it literally could be. And at that point, I don't think I'll even be scared. No. I'm gonna just start trying stuff. Go to the club, try some new foods. I mean, you might even see me in the alleyway with Sentry. What else am I supposed to do when I'm living in a universe where Thanos could randomly pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy for him? The sad part is, it wouldn't even have to be Thanos either.
Wasn't
As
even
a
in
New
New
Yorkian,
York.
we're not even allowed to have Blick. So one of these street villains like the Vulture, or even lower than that, those bank robbers from Homecoming, can pull up on me and tell me to get sturdy too, and I'ma have to. Yeah, just keep me in regular
Wait,
NYC.
those are normal
bro.
bank
It's not
robbers.
worth
They
it.
have,
I'ma
like-
be living there
Exactly,
just to
they
pay
just had
5K a
alien
month on
tech.
rent, and have my first time seeing Spider-Man in person be watching him save a grandma while the Rhino was curb stomping me. Next up, I got a movie that might be even scarier because of how
Stupid.
real it's starting to feel. iRobot. We all know this one. Movie
Oh,
set in the
no.
future,
Future is
2035,
awful.
10 years from now, where robots and
Oh,
AI
boy.
are complete.
It's literally they had. When was this movie made?
Hold, check in.
iRobot. When was this made? Because we already have these robots in real life right now,
Oh
and we're
god,
10 years away from when this movie
it was
happens.
2004.
They called it.
It
This
really
won't
did.
happen. We already have these things, and they're only going to advance. And give it a decade, we're gonna be living in I Am Robot.
Completely integrated into society. And I mean completely. They deliver packages for us, cook for us, keep us company. They keep the streets clean and even work with the police to ensure crime rates stay low. These things are everywhere doing any and everything for us. Now, I know what you may be thinking. robotic huss? Just kidding. I know what you're thinking.
Wow.
That doesn't sound so bad. Robots doing everything for us? That sounds great. That's wrong. This is terrifying. Because aside from the fact that these things doing everything for us would pretty much turn us into skillless people from WALL-E, these things constantly being around us is a danger in this world. Because the people in this world like robots so much that they're convinced that they can't hurt humans. What? Bro, I know I'm not tripping.
It only takes one bad
The way
day.
people feel about AI right now, I refuse to believe in 10 years humans will be so comfortable with AI and robots and stuff to the point
It
where
looks
comfortable not only
terrifying in
living
the
with them,
face.
but saying they can't commit crimes? What? Man, I've known my Siri for 10 plus years and I still don't trust her. You think I'm gonna trust this
Exactly.
thing? But that's how it is for some reason in this world. People trust and love these robots. So they pretty much get a get out of jail free card. And if you live here, that should be terrifying for you. Could you imagine how out of control this could get? If there's no police around, what would stop one of these tin cans from shooting some random dude down the block and throwing the smoking gun into my hand? And guess what the cop gonna say when
They don't
roll
have
up?
fingerprints.
I was telling Bobby the other day, he should get the donuts from. He's got a weapon! That would happen every single time and they would never get caught because they're not programmed to hurt humans. But it doesn't end there because those are just hypotheticals. This movie goes on to give me legit reasons to not want to live around these things. So we see throughout the movie there's a heavy emphasis on Will Smith's hatred towards these robots. Like, he really does not like these things. And it turns out it's because back in the day, Will got in this accident that sent him and this other car flying into some water. And when a robot came to save the day, it chose to save Will instead of the little girl trapped in the other car. RIP. Meaning, even when they're trying to help, these things could still leave you to die. So if it was me and a kid, innocent kid trapped in a house fire, if the robot deems me as having the higher chance of living, it'll save me instead of the innocent 5-year-old child. Bro, finally made a right choice. But dang,
I knew it. I knew that. I knew he was gonna say, because that sounds like something you would say. That sounds like a bit that you would build up to.
When have I ever made that assumption?
Let me play this video before I start crashing out on you.
messed up. What if that was my kid? I'd be pissed. Like, you're a robot. You can't like go gadget extend and
I
grab
didn't want to
both
get
of us
started
out
on
the
you
fire.
there.
That's ridiculous. What
It's
are you good
already
for?
almost
Yeah, living here
midnight.
would suck. That's not even mentioning the thing running these robots, Vicky, an AI system built to protect people. Built to protect people, huh? Sounds hella familiar. And that ain't even mentioning the job market. If these robots do everything for us, how would we get jobs?
That's
Like, you know
Shia
what I mean?
LaBeouf.
They're robots.
Yeah.
There's no room for human error. Employers would love them. No calling out, no talking back, no paid time off. I mean, you don't gotta pay them, period. These dudes are the perfect slaves. So if you're not building them or working with the police, you have nothing. Bro, this is exactly why I hope our world does not become like this. Because if I worked a long 20-year career in, let's say, construction, I'll be damned if I lose my position to an oil drink. Screw loose have you.
clanker.
Command listening. Another movie that scares me because of this realism stuff
I knew
is
it.
1984. This is
Oh,
one of the
boy.
older films based on a book you might have read in school. Nah, who am I kidding? Y'all don't read. So I'll give you a rundown. Like I said, this movie is based on a book written in the 40s. So, you know, dark times, dark books. And in this world, society sucks. Everything's bleak, gray, and dull. Censorship and propaganda about some war constantly in people's faces. And worst of all, people are monitored 24/7. And this ain't like, oh, cameras on the street, phone activity. No. This is cameras on the street, cameras at your job, and even cameras at your crib. Like a big TV in the middle of your apartment with some dude's face on it that just watches you. Like, pause? But it still doesn't
Exactly.
end there. It gets worse because this society in 1984 doesn't promote individuality even in the slightest bit. Any personal hobbies, drawing, writing, collecting, throw them out the window. You ain't allowed to do any
Monsters!
personal hobbies, drawing, writing, collecting.
Look at this. What do you see here, Julian?
A person who likes to collect Funko Pops. There's nothing wrong with that.
Turn your camera.
Oh, do I have to?
Turn the camera.
Fine.
And that's because he's limited to his finances.
Shut up.
Now, let us continue.
throw them out the window. You ain't allowed to do that. Any dreams, thoughts, or even memories, you're not allowed to do that either. I don't care how much you miss your grandma. Bro, you can't even have a shorty because their whole motto is you should only love Big Brother. Do I gotta say it? Do I gotta say it?
Wait, but that doesn't even work because you would die out as a species.
Yeah.
That's actually
and then even
that's
if
very
you do try to
inefficient.
do any of this stuff, you're kidnapped and tortured till you eventually lose all that individuality. This is so messed up. You know what this reminds me of? Y'all know that Boondocks clip, the
Did I just catch you wanting to be shit?
That's what it reminds me of. Now, after all that stuff I just told you, you honestly think I don't want to live here? Hell nah. I'll take Thanos snapping
you're
away my
black, it's a
local
wrap.
arc over this stuff. That's why all things going on in the world right now.
Actually, no, I think it's like
want
Dominican
Dragon
Republican or
to this
something.
level. I mean, the fact that I'm even making this video with, no issues.
Either way.
we ain't there yet. But we are definitely taking baby steps. Like, it's getting crazy out here. We got the Brits out here censoring Wikipedia, censoring Discord, censoring Spotify? Are we serious? We gonna make teenagers listen to Kids Bop in 2025? Even on Marvel Rivals, bro, they over here monitoring voice chats. Like, I got a warning the other day for just telling some dude to hop off. I mean, obviously I said it in a bit of a meaner way, but still, what is this? Even YouTube with this silly ID thing, like, bro, why can't we just keep it like the good old days where they monitored us without telling us? Why do I have to consent to it now? And now, before I get to the movie that I'd hate to live in the most, honorable mentions. High School Musical, constantly singing and dancing would just get old, especially because it's so random. Imagine you just trying to take a dump in the school bathroom and you have to
And it's done in like a way that's almost like possessing to an extent because like when you start singing, the world starts singing. At some point, it gets like uncomfortable.
It's like where I'm gonna get some sushi.
Like there's literally a scene where it's like they say gotta get your head in the game. They say you don't need to be in a musical, but then proceeds to do a musical bit about not having to do musicals. It's kind of odd.
Decided to go and sing "We're all in this together." You didn't even get to wipe any of the Conjuring films. I don't even gotta explain this one. Nah,
No.
I'm
Screw
good.
all
Secret Life of
dolls in
Pets,
movies.
Pretty self-explanatory too. And then the New War of the Worlds.
Never
Bruh,
seen this.
The special thing about this one is not only do I think
really
it's one of the worst ones
I know,
to live
I just
in,
never
but
seen
it's
it.
also just one of the worst ones, worst movies. This movie is garbage, garbo. Like the reason I wouldn't want
Is
to
it
live here
all
is not
just
'cause
him
the
in front of a
aliens invading
camera?
the planet, but
Watching
because of
this
the
happen?
sheer embarrassment I would feel being a part of it. Imagine dying to one of these aliens and the only person allowed to react is Ice Cube over his monitor saying, "Damn!" And now, the movie I'd hate to live in the most. Sinners. Alright, I don't think this one will be the worst one, just wanted to hype it up a bit, but still, it would be very scary to live in. This movie, if you ain't watch it, 10 out of 10. At first I thought it was a 9, but it's a 10.
Question, are the vampires everywhere or just in that one little town?
Okay,
Because if it's not everywhere, technically you just have to be wherever they're not.
okay.
Which granted,
so,
they can always travel, but it's like,
okay, it starts off with one vampire, then he gets two more, then
it
it
just
kind of ends up
infects.
from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but is it like these things can be anywhere in the world, or is it just like they invade the bayou or wherever these guys are at?
Yeah, they can be. Well, I think it's only.
Can they turn into bats and fly and all that stuff too, or is it just like
Okay,
basically? Is
that
it
I don't
zombies with
know.
extra, or is it like zombies with like extra steps?
They're
Because from what I've seen, it just looks like they get infected. They're murderous. It doesn't seem like they have like the typical vampire. They can get garlicked and stabbed like from the wooden stakes, right? And like
yeah,
the sunlight. Like they can't turn into bats and fly and all that stuff.
but if the head one dies, the rest. Well, wait, then how did? Okay,
So it's not like
continue.
okay.
Okay, continue before I spoil it.
Yeah.
This movie, if you ain't watch it, is based in the 30s down in Mississippi, which already horrible start. But the scariest thing about this movie, if you're living there, isn't the time period it's set in. It's the fact that this world has vampires. Yeah, real, pure-blooded, bona fide vampires. I first thought they would be some racist Abraham Lincoln vampire hunter type of vampires, but nope, these guys are actually the opposite. They welcome every and anybody to their lifestyle, which to me, if I was living here, would be even scarier. With a mean or racist vampire, at least you know where you stand. They gonna eat you, so you know, stay away from them. But with these ones, you just don't know. If one of these nice ones came to my door disguised, singing me a song and offering me money, well, of course you can stay the night. Come on in. And it'd be raps for me. And even if that wasn't the case, I would not be able to avoid these dudes. Because even if they don't try to roll up to my door, they're attracted to music. And you know, I'm not saying I'm some Mozart or anything. I actually don't even know how to play a single instrument. But I am saying a 1930s Derek is definitely gonna be at one of them jukes. And one of them nights, we definitely gonna get a Sammy-like singer who's gonna attract the vampires, and it's gonna be the same story all over again. Yeah, living here, I'm good off. Even all this vampire stuff aside, like I said, this is in Mississippi in the 30s. If I'm not going to a juke, what the frick is there to do in the 30s? I might just die from boredom. I see why all people did back then was just pop out babies, because what else is there to do? Not to mention, these weren't the safest times either, especially as a Dominican dude or anything but white. I don't think that band of hooded men would see me and
you would be in the fields picking.
Hold on now, wait a second, Chuck. Put the news down. I think this one's Caribbean. Nah, they don't care. They don't discriminate. Well, they do, but you know what I mean. They're just trying to meet their quotas. So sinners, with or without vampires, I'm good. But I might dress up as one of the twins for Halloween, who's trying to help me find the clothes. That's pretty much all the movies I wanted to go over this time. And this one isn't a might. I'm definitely doing a sequel to this video. I had so much fun making it. Comment down below some movies you'd hate to live in. And comment down below some movies you guys want to see me do in part 2. It's definitely happening, I'm telling you. And moral of the story?
He's got a weapon!
Okay then. What do you have to say to that one?
No. I'm still thinking about the Will Smith where it's like where the robot just throws the gun. It's like, I didn't do it. There's no, my fingerprints aren't on it.
Wow. Yeah. So back to the question: are like the vampires everywhere, or are they just like in this? Or are they like in this?
Okay. Do you care for spoilers?
No, I don't care. Say it, dude. Sinner's been out for like how long now? Just go ahead and say it.
Okay. Basically, it started off with one vampire, and like a group of Indians were trying to track him down, and he looked tortured. He went into a house with a bunch of members of the clan, and basically he killed them. Then they were walking around. They heard, what's that? Okay, they heard Sammy singing. They were like, "Hey, can we come in?" And the owners were like, "Nah." They went up to the field. Then one of the owners, like X or something, went over to talk to them.
So what do they do besides infect people? Like, what happens when you're actually a part of them? Are you just like...
You basically, it's kind of based,
like,
okay,
you have to eat people to survive or something? Like, how does that work?
I don't know that part. Basically, no, they just said you have to eat people, then the people that you eat or like you bite turn into vampires. And the only part the only part that I actually remember that movie.
Yeah, but where's like the wand come from is my question.
What wand?
Like, why do they want to infect people?
To basically unify the world, because the original vampire was an Irishman from where Ireland wasn't part, where like before Ireland became like Christian, like before the English invaded.
Oh, so they didn't just decide to like broker some deals or nothing? They just
no,
took
basically
it by force.
Yeah, and this just shows like that was like maybe 1,000 years prior. So, and basically the vampire's like, I want to unify the world. And there's a very iconic scene of where he's singing Rocky Road to Dublin, and everyone's just circling around him.
Wow. Yeah, babe, I guess that was it for this one, man. Have a good day, and God bless.